Welcome, everyone, to Big Ten Network Chat. I'm Andy Katz. Pleased to be joined by Maryland's Kevin Willard. Kevin, we spoke soon after you got the job. You've had the full off season now, getting ready for the start of practice. What did you accomplish during this off season to prepare you for the beginning of practice?
Yeah, good question, Andy. We got a lot done as a staff. We hit the ground running, kind of had to reconstruct the roster, seeing who was staying, seeing who was going, and then, trying to fill the roster with guys that were going to complement the guys that stayed. We had some really good players stay: Dante Scott, Akeem Hart, Julian Reese, and making sure that the guys we brought in were going to help those guys and complement those guys, and really kind of make sure that we had a roster that was balanced.
It's been a long time since you've done this, so the world has changed. How were you able to balance getting out there on the road, recruiting, which you've done very well at, and also making sure you're there for, as you mentioned, those current guys in those summer practices?
Yeah, I think that's just, when you kind of kiss your wife goodbye and say you're going to see her in 2 years, to be honest with you. You just gotta put the time and effort into it. And, I hired a great staff. I got a bunch of great guys that work with me. And, we just wanted to make sure that we wanted to give these guys the best experience. The guys that were here last year kind of went through a tough situation. And our main focus this summer was to make sure that we give them an environment that was positive, that was full of energy, and just really focused on them, while at the same time knowing that the recruits we brought in, by seeing that energy, by seeing the guys that were still here, their vibe was going to help us.
So how did you manage the portal, finding the right guys to fit the spots that you needed?
Yeah, you know what? I can't wait to see the portal. The portal's become difficult because NIL all of a sudden really jumped into the forefront this offseason. Transfers were getting, they were getting big offers, and it really kind of threw into who you're going to go after in the portal. So one of the things we really focused on was, getting guys that were going to set, to help us set our culture going forward. Great attitudes, great players, good students, guys that wanted to come to Maryland, play in the Big Ten, be on the big stage in the Baltimore, Washington, D.C. area, and really focused on guys that were going to help us, not only win this year, but more importantly, help transition into the future.
You built an identity at Seton Hall. How fast do you think that can translate here in year one, in game one, when we see the Terps?
Yeah, that's kind of what we sold a lot to the guys that stayed, and to the guys that we brought in, was the culture that we had at Seton Hall. I had guys that were tremendous people, unbelievably hardworking, great teammates. And that's what we're going to build here. And it's something that that's really what we focus on. We want our players to have the best experience in college, and to have the best experience, you got to put them around guys that have the same goals, that have the same attitude. And I think we did a great job of really bringing around 13 guys that all have a great work ethic, all want to get a great education, and at the same time, all have common goals for winning and then playing professionally.
What's it been like to be back on a campus that's got like that traditional campus feel, not a commuter school necessarily, big social scene, big time college football, in this lead up to your season, to get people excited that there's just, students that, feel passionate about their school?
Yeah, it's, being at a football school it's been, the last time it was Louisville. So it's been fun. Official visits are easier. Our football team is, Coach Loxley's doing an unbelievable job. We play an exciting style. We get up and down. We score a lot of points, which I love. But it's been fun having that aspect, because I think it gives us a chance to kind of get the vibe of campus. It gives us a chance to kind of see what game days will be like, how the student sections are like. Seton Hall was a much more family oriented campus, which I'm very much smaller. You you kind of knew everybody, which was really nice. You walk on our campus and it's like, it's 42,000 students. And it's like, oh my gosh, I get a little overwhelmed at times, but it's been great kind of experiencing that football aspect again and kind of having that game day. And the fact that we have a really good team is exciting.
How much are you looking forward to walking out that first time that the arena's packed, the tradition of that flag coming down the student section and feeling that energy in the arena?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, the one thing that's really cool about the Big Ten Conference is that it's led college basketball in attendance for 44 years. So, that's not going to change. So not only am I excited about, the home games and a great home crowd that we have and an unbelievable student section, I'm excited about going on the road and, playing some places that, I haven't got a chance to coach at and going in there and battling and with some unbelievable coaches in this league. So I just think that environment overall is really exciting.
And so for Maryland to be a postseason team, to compete in this incredibly competitive league, what has to go right for this group?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, we're going to have to rebound the basketball at a very high level. We're not an overly big team. We're not small because we're big on wings. Dante Scott is unbelievably tough. I think our guards really shoot the ball extremely, extremely well. I just think we're going to have to rebound at a very elite level to make sure that we're not getting foul trouble on second shots, off fast breaks. I just think we're going to have to be very competitive on the glass.
And before I let you go, Kevin, I'm just curious, how nervous were you when you walked out of Camden Yards and you had to throw that first pitch?
I hate to say this. All my Jersey friends, I had bets with everybody back in, because Jersey, we all gamble. We had all these bets saying like, I was going to bounce it. And when the guy told me I couldn't go on the mound, I kind of got relaxed. As all the bets went off the table. And B, I knew from 60 feet I could throw a Hummer in there and not have any problems. So once they told me I couldn't go on the mound, I was like, all right, I'm good.
Well, great job, Kevin. Look forward to seeing you in Minnesota for Big Ten Media Day in just a short few weeks. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Andy. Great being with you.